I like.
Totally love.
The
80s.
Yeah! 1980s. I'd say that Super Bowl 20 was my favorite when the Chicago Bears killed the New England Patriots. That's probably because I hate the Patriots, but I mean, Super Bowl 20, that's when they had the Super Bowl Shuffle. They tried to even make that work. I learned one thing from it. Walter Payton can rap. Sort of. It was really bad attempt, so.
Kevin! Basketball. Last seconds of the game. Kevin Smart shoots. He scores. Beats Syracuse. Title brought home Indiana Hoosiers. I remember WrestleMania. All the greatest wrestlers from all around gathering. Gotta get on a pay-per-view every year. Wrestlers like Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake. Couldn't be beat. It was awesome. Hulk Hogan for the top!
Welcome one and all to the spectacular 1989 fashion show of the century. And first up on our lineup, we have Keely Cobble with the pink tank top, jean jacket, pink leg warmers, and high heels. Let's give a round of applause to Keely Cobble. And next up, we have Morgan Seymour with that black shirt, green leggings, and no shoes. Let's give it up for Morgan Seymour. And now we have the rocker look of Zach Lotus. We've got that gray shirt, fedora, leather jacket, and jeans. Let's give it up for Zach Lotus. And last but certainly not least, we have Dave Zarcy and Ellie Zarcy with that overgrown purple shirt with jean skirt, and Dave's rocking that mane of hair with that Letterman jacket. Thank you, everyone, for your participation in today's event. Drive home safely.
Let's talk about health and issues during the 80s. More importantly, AIDS. Just swarming everywhere was AIDS. I mean, then a pill became more readily available because in the 80s, AIDS was such a huge deal. Everyone was getting it left and right. It was just like, you'd be like, hey, buddy, what's up? And they'd be like, I got AIDS. It just wasn't a good time.
1980s. The hairstyles were really big. It's just a lot of teasing and a lot of, making really big hairstyles. In the 1980s, they didn't care how they looked. They just wanted big hair and to look awesome.
It hurts.
So, yeah. Beauty really does hurt during the 1980s.
But it's worth it.
Totally worth it.
You have the mullet going.
And all you do is you take...
The cost of living was relatively similar in the 80s. Your house normally would cost you about $68,000 to $70,000. Your car would cost you $7,000 to $210,000, which now it'll give you a hunk of metal and it's a piece of crap. The milk, a half gallon was 85 cents, and milk was $1.07. A gallon was $1.70. I wish it was that. Then my mom could stop complaining about how high milk prices are. Anyway, your gas was only 97 cents. Could you imagine 97 cents? Then also you would stop hearing people complaining about how high gas prices are. And also your Nintendo system, your Super Nintendo, cost around $200 to $350. And game cartridges cost $40 to $50 for little Game on. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, it's only a day away. Annie was a huge musical in the 80s. One of my favorites of all time, but one of the biggest in the 80s.
I remember when I watched Annie, I wanted to be an orphan so bad.
I've watched it so many times. I've loved it.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to be an orphan.
Number one.
Now you got Full House. I mean, you got Jesse and the Rippers.
Oh.
Those were some of my favorite shows growing up in the 80s.
Michelle, you got it, dude. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Yo.
Oh my god. There was also Spaceballs, if anyone remembers that one. That was my favorite because it made fun of Star Wars. I never really liked Star Wars, so...
That dude was his own best friend.
I liked Dead Poet Society. That had Oh my gosh, I love that movie. Except it
Yes.
was sad at the end.
It was
I
a
hated
very
it.
sad movie.
I hated the end.
The Dead Poets Society,
They talked. Who was one of the?
Edgar
Oh,
Allan
Captain,
Poe.
my Captain.
They got on the desks.
they got on the desk and they're like, "We need poetry! We need poetry!"
And they were so against things. And the Dead Poets.
If movies were real, E.T. style.
Oh God, they're after us, E.T. We can't make it. Can you fly, E.T.?
Yes, I can.
Okay, E.T. E.T. Oh no!
Son, we have to put it out of the
No!
misery.
It's it! No! Oh, E.T.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power. No, not you, Skeletor. You're going down. He-Man. Take that, you skull scum.
So, 1980s fads and trends. We loved our big hair. It was one of our favorite things. We loved hairspray.
Okay, Converse All Stars. I don't know where that came in, but everybody was wearing them. Everybody was.
Mhm.
They were like so comfortable.
Yeah, everybody loved them. And then denim jackets. They were the latest fashion trend for everyone. Everyone loved them. They were so comfortable in the 80s, and everybody was wearing them.
Oh, yeah. You had Nintendo. It was the NES, the Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong. Everybody played Super Mario Brothers. Everybody did. Donkey Kong, everything.
It created the button mash, where basically all you had to do was press A and B multiple times, and you kill them.
Then there came the movies.
The slasher movie type was the best in Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and more importantly, Friday the 13th.
And you had what? Nightmare on Elm Street. You had oh god.
Didn't they have some Halloween movies too?
Yeah, they had Halloween.
Yeah.
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 In the 1980s, there was a plethora of good presidents. My dad's favorite, Ronald Reagan, served 2 terms in office during the 1980s.
Ronald Reagan!
And also, George Bush ran for 1 term that was in the 80s and then went into the 90s.
Boo!
In the 1980s, there was 4 natural disasters in the U.S. In 1980, Mount St. Helena erupted, killing 57 people. In 83, Hurricane Alicia hit Texas. And in 83, 5.2 hurricane hit New York. And in 89, a 7.1 earthquake hit San Francisco, killing 63 people. And no, as you do believe, it was not a Sharknado.
Ayo, you hear this beat? Yeah, that was stolen from Queen by Vanilla Ice.
Michael Jackson. He went from black to white, which I have no idea why he would.
And how about that Charlie Sheen? He was a home run in that movie Major League.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fun, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fun, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
I
wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Why
When
can't
I find a woman like that,
All the kids, they were eating them Astro Pops. Best popsicle around, best popsicle in town. And then in the baseball scene, Big League Chew, man. That was what the macho mans that hit the home runs always had.
And after, you could wash it down with a good old Coke.
In the 1980s, women had a lot of famous firsts. Like in 1988, Shauna Robinson was the first woman to win a national sanctional stock car race, winning in the Charlotte Daytona Dash Series and the new Nashville Speedway.
In 1987, Aretha Franklin was the very first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which were mainly men, which was a big thing for the rock and roll world.
Welcome one and all to the spectacular fashion show of 18. I said 18. 18. For some reason, I don't think this is...
The presidents of the 1980s were
Ronald Reagan! All the kids, they be eating them Astro Pops. They love those candies. They sure did. And anyways, in the baseball scene, Big League Chew. Macho Man's ate it. Everyone ate it. Home run hitting candy.
Oh, you can wash it down with a heaping pile of Morgan forgot the Astro Pop theme. The Super Bowl 20 was when they had the Super Bowl shuffle.
Here comes Santa Claus, right?
So in the 1920s, there was a...
I'm a rescuing a fireman. I got you. I'll save you, horse.
Charlie Sheen, he was a home run in Major League. He's
Mike.
not playing the music.
Okay, so Super Bowl 20, that's when that Super Bowl shuffle, they did the thing with the paper plates and they, yeah. I learned one thing, Walter Payton can dance. So, I learned one thing, Walter Payton can dance. I mean, rap. I mean, yeah. And that's when we learned Walter Payton can rap. Well, sort of. It was an epic failure. So. I learned one thing. Walter Payton can rap. Well, sort of. It was an epic failure.
My horse.
I learned one thing. Walter Payton can rap. Well, sort of. It was an epic failure. So. Where'd it go?
What? Final seconds of the game. Kevin farts.
Apple.
My precious.
Master has given Dobby a hoof.
Oh, yeah.